Good morning. You almost missed me. I can't even speak today. Today we are going to read such a cute story, and I say that every day, but this one is one that you might remember from around Christmas time. During Christmas time, I read a book that was called Moosekitos, and it was all about a moose who was doing all the Christmas preparation, and he forgot something important. What did he forget that was so important? Yes.
The tree.
He forgot the Christmas tree. He did all the rest. He got all the presents. He made all the baked goods. He did all the errands. He did all the other things, except he forgot a Christmas tree. And so how did he creatively make a Christmas tree? Yeah, what did he do?
Someone cut down a tree and he used his mustache to.
He made himself into a Christmas tree, and his moustache, his marvelous moustache, was the branches of the tree so that they could hang ornaments on it. They glued it to the walls. They glued it kind of in the shape of a Christmas tree, and then they decorated it. It was really, really silly and funny. And so at the end of the story, he got to meet Santa, kind of. The lights were off, and we could see Santa's eyes. And what did Santa say at the very end?
Ho, ho,
Ho, ho, ho. So we knew it was Santa. So this one is a little different, but this one is kind of cool because it's about the same moose, but it's just a different time of year. And this one is called Moosekitos, a moose family reunion. Oh, dear. What are these things? Oh. Oh, how cute. Look at all the pictures of their family reunion. And so they have the different moose. Oh, and this one's trying to give bunny ears. That's so funny. And what they're eating, some of the activities that they're doing. Wow, this is really cool. Look at him with his smiling face and his sunglasses on. Hilarious. That's pretty funny. It looks like a great time. Here we go. Moose was feeling a mite melancholy, a bit blue, sort of sad. Why, he hadn't seen them in years. Looking at old family photos was almost bringing him to tears. Moose missed being together, making memories, enjoying good times. He even missed Grumpy Uncle Harry and Cousin Curly's bad jokes, Aunt Lorene's bad cooking. Moose sighed. Gosh, how he longed to see all those folks. My poor down in the dumps dear, said his darling Mrs. There's no need to pine long or be lonesome. Let's plan a party, a reunion, a celebration. My love, what do you say to an old-fashioned family vacation? A family reunion vacation? How simple, how easy, how perfectly perfect. Moose calls went out, north to south, east to west, and all places in between. From the relatives up in Massachusetts to the kin down in Mississippi, to mooses in Texas, Montana, and even in South in Alabama. The whole hairy herd would meet up at their Mountain Moose Lodge. A big family reunion vacation. Moose's moustache curled in anticipation. He planned three-legged races for the very first day, silly songs for the next. He scheduled swimming and sunning, tanning and fanning, boating, floating, hiking, biking, mornings to fish, time to chat and to dish, and everyone sleeping under the stars. Togetherness, sighed the Merry Moose, positively, perfectly perfect. Sounds like a wonderful vacation to me. With calendars marked with an X and watches synchronized to the second, mooses from coast to coast loaded up cars, packed vans, and stuffed trucks. Hold on. Do moose fit in vehicles?
No.
So that gives us a clue about this story. This story is definitely not real. It's made up. It's fiction. Toot, toot, honk, honk. Lots of goodbye waves, and off they went. Caravans chugged up hills, slid down dales, snaked through tunnels, crossed bridges, rivers. This way, that way, left, right, to the tippy top of the mountain and Moose Lodge. Oh, look at all of them. They look so cute. Aunties, uncles, sisters, brothers, each and every cousin piled out to meet and greet. There was lots of moose hugging, cuddling, and kissing, hand shaking, back slapping, hand clapping, tears and giggles too. It was just as Moose had hoped and planned. One big, perfectly perfect family reunion, said Moose, ready with his camera and a click. All together again. Now everyone say cheese. Ah-choo! No, that was a sneeze. Moose looked at his darling wife. Her eyes were suddenly bleary and teary, her nose runny and red. I think I'm allergic, she sniffed. I'm going to bed. But before Moose could refocus, Bucky Jr. and the rest of the boys grabbed a volleyball and raced off. Sissy and the girls scooted to the beach. Cousin Larry, Mo, and Curly climbed into a canoe and paddled away on the lake. Great Aunt Matilda trailed off to birdwatch, for heaven's sake. The kin from Montana vamoosed and went for a hike. Great-great-granny tootled off on her bike. Then the cousins from Texas got ornery and started to squabble. The 4 sisters from Mississippi got into a tiff. Uncle Harry started grumbling and stomped off with a sniff. Stop! Wait, cried Moose, watching them scatter. What about togetherness? I think this might be Uncle Harry. Not now, maybe later. Catch you next time. Mind your own beeswax. Go fly a kite. The family was not playing ball, at least not together. Moose tried, he really tried to find something they all wanted to do. It was not simple. It was not easy. And it did not work. But Moose was still hopeful. He had an idea. The next evening, as daylight faded, the stars came out and everyone trailed back for dinner. Moose was ready and waiting. He had the campfire crackling, stew bubbling, potatoes roasting, marshmallows toasting. Moose got out his banjo and plunked and plinked a favorite sing-along tune. He strummed, he hummed, he sang and crooned. Nobody joined in. The kiddies were whiny and cranky. The teens tired and bored. Aunt Lorene yawned. Mo and Larry sat back and snored. Quiet, said Uncle Harry, shuffling off to bed. Oh man, the family is not loving this idea, are they?
Nope.
But what about family togetherness? Moose sighed, sadly, eating a s'more all by his lonesome. As the last campfire flames flickered, the only sound Moose heard was a ribbit solo. What is a ribbit solo? Yeah, what do you think?
It's where frogs maybe.
It's when frogs are singing or ribbiting at night, right? And then, from somewhere in the dark, in the quiet, came a buzz, then a nee, and a neigh, and a nizn. Ouch! Ooh! Ooh! Ouch! Slap, smack, scratch, scratch, scratch. Uh-oh, what is it?
Mosquitoes.
Land sakes! It's Moosekitos, cried the Mississippi aunties, wailing with alarm. Blasted buggy biters, shouted Uncle Tex in the middle of the swarm. Slap, smack, scratch, itch, scratch. Help! Mosquitoes! Yelled the boys as they tumbled off their cots. Help! Mosquitoes! Cried the girls, covered with bumpy pink polka dots. Do something, my darling, said Mrs. Moose as she scratched between 2 chews. But Moose pondered, wondered, worried. What could he really do? Then suddenly he froze. One of the biggest mosquitoes had landed right on his nose. Moose gulped and went eye to eye with the big buzzer. They glared, they stared. Who would blink first? And then Moose grinned and smiled. He didn't swat, smack, or swish, but knew exactly what to do. Moose reached into his knapsack for his tried and true moustache glue. Moose ordered one and all to take a heap hoofful of the white pasty glop. Then Tex lassoed some whiskers from the bottom while the beehived aunties took hold from the top. Herded around in a circle, everyone took a share of moose hair. Why, even Uncle Harry took part. And with Moose's orchestration, a little humming, and some dandy moosey do-si-dos, together they all wove this way, then that way, up, down, front, and back. There was no need to worry, no reason to fret. Thanks to Moose and his moustache, the family now had the world's biggest mosquito net. The glued brood was safe, sound, and snuggled all around, with Moose smack dab in the middle. Oh, yes, it was cramped, it was crowded, and Uncle Harry's snores were most definitely loud. But is the family all together? But they were together at last, as close as a family could be. Moose sighed. It was a perfectly perfect reunion, even if they did itch. Look at the picture of all of them itching. I'm glad that you joined us for the story today, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please check out the other Mooseketo or Moose books, like Moosekitos, because they're all really, really fun and really cute and funny, and lots of rhyming words for our beginning readers. So I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.